So another update. Today it's Friday. I worked with Charlie on both Wednesday and Thursday. I think twice on Wednesday. So it's been a little over a week since our first in-person meeting as well. When I worked with Charlie on Wednesday, I was having a really tough pain day. Just one of my bad days, and I had sort of felt like my pain was fully back, which I know Charlie wanted to try and work closely with me on. And I think we were able to get my pain down a little bit on Wednesday, um, but not all the way. And so he worked on me again on Thursday morning, because I was still having a lot of persistent pain in my back, which I'm actually still having today. That's part of why I'm lying this way I'm laying on my stomach, because that's just the closest I can get to being comfortable at the moment. And I'm also still having a lot of persistent pain in my hip areas, and these are the areas that are always my most troubling spots. I do think that the pain in my hands, elbows, shoulders, knees, and feet it has improved quite a bit. I still have some mild pain in the knees, ankles, feet, and hands and elbows at the moment, but it's very, very mild and dull. So that is an improvement, and I feel, really happy about that. But I do think that I'm still having this persistent pain in the hip and back, because those are areas where I'm having an active inflammatory process going on. So I think, anything we might do that is addressing the pain for is not is temporary, because the underlying inflammatory process kicks in, and that is the source of my chronic pain, and the pain's just coming back after it's been brought down by working with Charlie or anything else I might do, using a pill or a topical cream or meditation. All of those sort of tools don't seem to be able to combat the inflammatory process that is the source of the pain. So I think that might be what's going on there. But, I'm staying open and hopeful that, that I'll see more good days, less bad days, as a result of working with Charlie and everything else I'm doing. I did start a newer treatment for my conditions, IVIG, for my autoinflammatory and autoimmune conditions. And it does seem like it's starting to help a little bit. I noticed some improvements in my energy prior to working with Charlie, and so I'm find that working with Charlie is been a helpful conjunction to that treatment. And I think going forward, hopefully the treatment will do a good job at addressing the underlying inflammatory process, so that the work that Charlie has done with me for my pain can really take hold without kind of this slipping backwards that seems to be happening because of the inflammatory process just continuing. And so I guess I would say at this point that, I'm feeling hopeful and optimistic, and that working with Charlie has helped increase that optimism and hope. It's hard when you live your life in chronic pain to see lights at the end of the tunnel. And I think just even talking with Charlie has helped me do that, sort of outside of the work he's actually done with me. So I'm going to really try to hold on to that, because I do know that having that optimism and hope is a huge part of coping with a chronic illness and chronic pain. I think another thing that this process has done so far for me has been maybe some validation of my pain, which sounds maybe strange, but a big part of living life in chronic pain is doubting yourself. Medical professionals sometimes say things that make people question their pain, and even Charlie's asked me questions that made me question my pain, and his questions were part of his process, and not coming from a place of questioning me because he didn't believe me. I know he believed me and my pain. But he, asked me questions about if I was taking pain medication out of habit or real pain. Asked me whether the pain I was feeling was pain I was actually having in the moment as opposed to the memory of pain. And those are great questions because certainly it is easy to maybe slip into a habit or for the body to get stuck in a cycle of remembering pain. The mind is a powerful part of chronic pain. So those questions aren't intended to be to doubt my experience. But because of those questions, it's easy for us to question our experience. That combined with everything in the media about pain medication kind of can make someone who relies on pain medication, as I have had to, maybe take less than they should out of an irrational fear created by kind of media hype. So that can be a lot of challenging stuff to deal with. And the fact that in this process, my pain will kind of modulate but come back, it just makes me feel more confident in my own experience and listening to myself and listening to my body. I've spent a lot of time with Charlie trying to listen to my body, really trying to check in with myself, and I feel affirmed that my experience is real and valid. And of course, my doctors have always said the same to me. My amazing pain doctor regularly tells me not to undertake the medication he's prescribing to me, and reassured me that he's there to help me, and that he's not concerned that I'm an addict or anything like that. So I should continue to take my medication as prescribed to treat my pain, because pain does have negative consequences on your health, physical and mental. So it's important to treat it when it's there, and I'm trying to do that any way I can, which is why I've met with Charlie, as well as been in PT, as well as using topical treatments for the pain, as well as taking pain medication, as in addition to trying to actually treat the cause. So I guess this is all just a long way of trying to say that another benefit I'm sort of experiencing at this point is confidence in myself and the realness of my pain and condition. And so I'm holding on to that while remaining hopeful that I won't always be in pain, and that Western medicine that I'm continuing to utilize in conjunction with alternative things like meeting with people like Charlie or whatever else is out there, acupuncture or other forms of energy work. I'm open to everything to help me live the best life that I can. Yeah.